Performance Under Pressure. What I'm reading comes from a devotional book by the Reverend Dr. David Jeremiah. Turning Points. We are hard pressed on every side, yet not crushed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Struck down, but not destroyed. And that comes from 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 8 and 9. Pro football fans talk about DVOA, defense adjusted value or over average. For teams and individual players, the team with the best DVOA ranking for the 2019 NFL season was the Baltimore Ravens. That means that out of all 32 teams in the NFL, the Ravens had the best team performance throughout the entire regular season, based on the DVOA formula. Maybe that's what they call it. Pressure in sports is temporary. Pressure in life is continual. The Apostle Paul talked about the pressure he faced, hard-pressed, perplexed, persecuted, struck down, and how he continued to bear fruit. Jesus described the pruning process in the spiritual life that results in more fruit. And given scripture for that is John chapter 15, verse 1 through 8. The true vine. Jesus said, I am the true vine, and my Father is the vine dresser. Every branch in me that does not bear fruit, he takes away, and every branch that he bears fruit, he prunes, that it may bear more fruit. You are already clean because of the word which I have spoken to you. Abide in me, and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself, unless it abides in the vine, neither can you, unless you abide in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me, and I in him, bears much fruit. For without me you can do nothing. If anyone does not abide in me, he is cast out as a branch and is withered. And they gather them and throw them into the fire, and they are burned. If you abide in me, and my words abide in you, you will ask what you desire, and it shall be done for you. By this my Father is glorified, that you bear much fruit, so you will be my disciples. And continuing, if we have the promises of God that assure us no pressure will ever be more than we can endure. Indeed, like silver in the refiner's fire, heat burns away the dross and reveals the true value of Christ in us. It's said in Galatians chapter 2, verse 20. For I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me. And the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. And the other recommended reading for this devotional teaching comes from 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 8 through 11. Delivered from suffering. For we do not want you to be ignorant, brethren, of our trouble which comes to us in Asia, that we were burdened beyond measure, above strength, so that we despaired even of life. Yes, we had the sentence of death in ourselves, that we should not trust in ourselves, but in God who raises the dead, who delivers us from so great a death, and does deliver us, in whom we trust that he will still deliver us. You also helping together in prayer for us, that thanks may be given by many persons on our behalf, for the gift granted to us through many. How would you rate your performance under pressure in the spiritual life? The purpose is that the life of Jesus may also be manifested in your mortal flesh. as said in 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 11. And in conclusion, while the fire is hot, keep conversing with the refiner. And that part was written by F.B. Meyer. And so there you have it. Talks about refining, pruning, and even hedging. But God means it for our glory. He does it in a way to make us better stewards of God. Thank you for watching. God bless.